Previously on Beeriod, the wife and I made our way to Brussels for the BXL Beer Festival with our friends Chris and Hannah. An amazing time was had and copious amounts of beer was consumed. But where do you go after such a great day? That's the dilemma we faced. And it was one that would see us embark on a great beer crawl to Delirium and beyond. Hey, I'm Liam, and I'm in the midst of a great craft beer odyssey. I've left my adopted home of Newcastle, New South Wales to head back to Europe for an epic trip celebrating all things beer. How much has changed since I've been away, and what treats will I get to sip on? Let's find out. Welcome to Beeriod. BXLBeerFest was a proper laugh. After we left, we checked out a bunch of the surrounding pubs. Sampling local brews is always a blast, and they made the trip to our final destination of the night even more enjoyable. Moeder Lambic is a Brussels institution offering up some of the best sours the world has to offer over 2 locations. While we started making our way for the tap list, conversations of past visits to the city made their way out. Nostalgia. It can take you to some amazing places. One venue dominated our combos the most: Delirium Café. Regarded as one of the best beer venues in the world, the place is unlike anything else. We've had great times there in the past, and while we were busy reliving them, a plan was being hatched. We decided that the next day we would embark on a great beer crawl that would lead us to the iconic venue and beyond, if we were still standing by then, of course. The morning was here before we knew it, and before we set off on our crawl, it was prudent that we stocked up on the essentials, so a trip to one of the most progressive Belgian bottle shops was in order. Malt Attacks was a real pleasure to visit. Though it wasn't the biggest shop, it was definitely a case of quality over quantity in regards to their selection. Rare Belgian treats sat on shelves besides hip trendsetters. They even had growler facilities and a healthy selection of international beers. With such a great selection of brews and an amazing service, Malt Attacks was a tough place to leave. But Delirium was calling, so off we went. Brussels is unlike any other city. Being able to drink some of the best brews on the planet while being surrounded by so many great sights and sounds is a great experience. If you ever manage to visit the city, walking around and getting lost in it all is one of the best things you can do. Multiple venues down, we finally made it to our target destination. Delirium Village is a mecca for beer lovers. This alley in Old Brussels houses some of the best bars in the world. And at the centre of it all, the crown jewel, Delirium Café. This bar offers the most beers in the world, a fact that the Guinness Book of Records has confirmed twice. At its most recent count, the venue offered over 3,000 brews spread across multiple floors. To be honest, the venue's a bit of a TARDIS. It looks tiny on the outside, but is massive within. Every time I visited, it felt like an entirely new venue. Subdued by day and a massive party during the night, Delirium really caters for all. And if one vibe isn't quite right for you, you can always change floors and try the atmosphere and beer selection of another instead. Though visiting at night is truly a holy experience for a beer lover, for this visit, we decided to join the other worshippers during the day. Delirium never disappoints, so after a bevy of brews, we said adieu and decided to finish our crawl with some other amazing venues. So in the end, we finished another day the same way we did the last, by sipping on great brews and regaling each other with stories of Delirium. It's a magical place that anyone with even a passing interest in beers needs to visit. Delirium, you beaut, you never fail to impress. On the next episode of Beeriod, we head over to a place that has often eluded me during my visits to the city, Cantillon. Until next time, guys.